Ladies and gentlemen, we have been working all day and now it's after work. I'm Joe. Welcome back to That Nintendo Show, your weekly Nintendo news show every Friday night, twitch.tv/JoAfterWork. We start between 7:30 and 8 p.m. Eastern Time over here on Twitch. Gets uploaded over to youtube.com/JoAfterWork the next day as a full video and audio as well over on SoundCloud and iTunes. Those will all be up tomorrow. I have the backlog that I have missed over on SoundCloud. I apologize, which I don't think anyone's been really listening to, but that's fine. I want that there for like a library for personal, like building all this this giant chaotic empire that we have here with the Afterwork crew. 486 followers strong on Twitch. We're almost at 900 over on YouTube, guys. We're like 7 away as of this recording from 900 subscribers over on YouTube. That is insane. You guys are insane. I love y'all. But you might be seeing, hey Joe, you got a shirt here that has your name and logo on it, right? Where can I get that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Teachit.com/JoAfterWork retro is where you can pick this up. Boom, check it out if you wanna buy a shirt, support the cause. There you go. There's the website. But anyway, let's check in with the chat, and then we're going to jump into the pipeline like we always do. We got a little bit of a shorter format this week because of some housekeeping stuff that I do have to get in the way, but or get out of the way, right? Get out of the way is what it is. Hello, where's my daily news? Yo, Blue Ben, what's going on? It's about to get started right now. So, well, actually, I lied. We got some housekeeping. So, housekeeping stuff. Most of Miitopia has been going up, and I think this weekend we should be wrapping up all the Miitopia videos over on YouTube. That's all. I've been like just uploading Miitopia. I'm actually all caught up on everything that I need to edit. It has been great. Like, I'm glad because I got really sick this week. Like, this is the best I have felt all week. I've been sick like a dog. At one point I was on the bed, and Ness was playing Final Fantasy 14 one night, and I was just like this, crunched up in a corner, and I actually fell asleep for a full hour like that. Like, I don't fall asleep like this. Like, it's so uncomfortable, and I was just out. Like, being sick does weird things to you. I'm just glad I'm better for this weekend because we got Fire Emblem Warriors coming up, dude. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. It is crazy. But what else do we have? I had some other housekeeping. We talked about the shirt already. We talked about Miitopia. We talked about what's going to be happening this weekend with Fire Emblem Warriors. I'll be doing an unboxing of the limited edition and the semi-unboxing of the amiibos. I'll probably have the amiibos already out because I'm going to pop them out when we play the game anyway, since I have my Fire Emblem Warriors amiibos kind of clustered around right now. So we'll use those during the game so that way I can show you what they unlock and stuff, which is pretty dope. But I guess I'll just show you guys these now, right? I had to rip off the Best Buy sticker, which I'm always terrible at because like they're so sticky. So we got that. So we got Chrome and Tiki there to complete the Fire Emblem collection, and then of course this bad boy, which has got soundtrack, art book. This thing is heavy. This thing is heavy duty. It's crazy. But got my season pass purchase, downloaded the update that was already out, got the Japanese patch in there so that way you can translate it over to the Japanese. I'll keep it in English. I like the English voice acting in the game. It's quite good. And boom, here we go. Etrian Odyssey 5. L1 had showed me a trailer of this one, and I was like, damn, this is up my alley. I don't know when I'll actually be able to play the game, but I picked it up because apparently it does come with like a little extra goodie in there. So I was like, all right, cool. And for, you know, the $40 a 3DS game, why the heck not? But that's gonna be played on JoJo time. That won't be like a stream game or anything like that. But yes, for my sick boy Joe, yo, the love, Blue Ben, yes, those darn stickers, yo, Twin World, what's going on? How you guys doing? I feel the love. So this is gonna be a short show, like I said. So without further ado, let's drop into the pipeline, which I forgot. There we go. Oh, we went down. That's right. We went down in an earlier round. But, yo, Angel Rose, what's going on? Oh, snap. Oh, I forgot the other thing that I got while I was at Nintendo World. I didn't know they had this here. They must have dropped these around Samus Returns time, and I didn't go to the upstairs, but boom. they have an awesome Metroid Return of Samus, the original logo, which I was just like, yep, I need to represent. I need to, because Samus Returns didn't even show up on any of the sales in Japan, like the top 20 and top 10. I was looking at it, I was like, damn, no love, no love. Which I read somewhere it had been number 8 at one point, and then didn't see it after that. And then I got a Pikachu thing, a Halloween themed Pikachu at Nintendo New York for my niece. So it's Pikachu. The pumpkin. They had Mimikyu, but I think Mimikyu might be too creepy for her. I don't think she's ready for that yet. I'm not gonna pick that one up just yet. Gotta wean them. She knows her Charmanders, her Bulbasaurs, her Squirtles. She knows Espeon randomly. I didn't teach her that. So yeah. Give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna let the cat out, and then we'll really start with the pipeline. All right, there we go. I'm so glad this shirt came in today. I was like, "Oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna get to wear it on stream." Nope. Which I think I made the logo a little bit too big, so I'm gonna actually shrink it down. So like maybe here. I know this looks weird on camera, me doing this right now because I'm on the nips, but you guys know what I mean. I'm gonna shrink down the logo. Ugh, man. Pika spook you? No. At work for a few hours, half watching at the same time. Yo, it's all good. I know how you do. I know how you do. JoJo time, Angel Rose. Yo, let's go. All right, pipeline time. We've got some semi-sad news in the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Pokemon games. They are going to be Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon will be the last main story Pokemon games on the 3DS. It's crazy. That is crazy. A moment of silence for Pokemon on the 3DS. Okay, we're good. Okay, yeah. To Switch! Let's go! Let's do this, baby. Let's go. Anyway, this comes by way of IGN. And Joe Screbbles right there. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon will be the culmination of series developer Game Freak's work on 3DS, presumably before the core Pokemon RPG series moves to a new home on Nintendo Switch. Speaking to IGN, Game Freak director Shigeru Omori explained that the company has seen each of its 3DS games as the full extent of what could be achieved on the handheld console. When we were when we were making Pokemon X and Y, we were trying to push the 3DS system to its absolute limits, which is why we thought we'd done. But when Sun and Moon came around, we completely redesigned the system and actually ended up pushing the 3DS even further to what we thought was the most we could draw out of it. However, that process of improvement seems to have come to an end, with the upshot being that Game Freak will move on after the new game's release on November 7th, which Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, explains Omori. We've tried to eke that out more and really push the system to the absolute limits, and we're now feeling that perhaps this is the maximum we can get out. So we're really treating Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as the culmination of our work with the 3DS, which this game looks like they're turning what we played in Pokemon Sun and Moon upside down, inside out, everything, and all the emotions. This seems pretty damn crazy. So I'm excited for the game. I want to play it. Like, they're adding a lot of things into there, and it really does seem like they're putting everything into this game, which is awesome. That's all you can ask for. 3DS, man, brought me back to Pokemon. Pokemon X and Y came out. That was the first Pokemon game I had played probably since I played a little bit of Diamond and Pearl, and I missed out on the Game Boy Advance one, which is odd, being that Game Boy Advance is my favorite console. I played a ton of different games on there, but I just didn't. I think I fell out of Pokemon for a little bit, but I still knew what was sort of going on TV shows. And then I dropped in on Diamond and Pearl, and then I stopped again. Like, I got halfway through Diamond and Pearl, I want to say, and then I didn't play the Black and White games. And X and Y was just like, whoa, this seems like it's bringing me back a little bit to what Pokemon Red and Blue got me into, and giving me even more. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is what I want. And then they went back, they did Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and then now with Pokemon Sun and Moon, and now Ultra, I'm like, dude, I'm ready to see what they can do on Switch. I really am. Really am. But I want to hear from you guys what's happening here. Lucius, what's going on? Joe, hey Lucius, how you doing, baby? How you doing? Oh, my eye, I got something in my eye. That's not a tear. I'm not crying about this. I'm not crying about this. Not at all. Not at all. Shed the last tear. No, last. Yo, Le Draco. I forgot to shave too. Sorry, guys. I got home really late. I went to Best Buy, I went to Nintendo World, I went to GameStop, all to pick up these things mail piece because I had them pre-ordered from different areas. And then I couldn't get Tiki in time for tonight, so I was like, all right, well, picking it up at Nintendo New York. Which now one of the dudes at the register realizes he's rung me out so many times. He's like, you really come here for the last resort, don't you? I'm like, well, yeah, because every time I miss a pre-order or I can't get something on time, you guys have it. And he's like, good call. So shout out to that dude. I wish I got his name. This is Joe After Work, not Joe at Work. I can't watch. Yo, Vigorous, what's going on? RIP Pokemon for 3DS, yo. A moment of silence. Okay, we're done. Bible thump. What is that? Smash! Yo, they crushed my dreams. They're crushing my dreams right now. No tears. Pokemon Black and Blue Eyeball Edition. Yo. Oh man, just Mewtwo just like womp. Yo, right into my face. I'm impartial to Pokemon. Yo, it's all good. Pokemon touch my soul. So many other places. Hey. Probably not a good week to make that joke. Sorry, guys. Moving on. Nintendo Switch got an update, 4.0. So that and Joy-Cons actually, which I found the article, which we'll talk about. I don't think it really does anything crazy, but there's a lot of stuff in the 4.0 update. Probably the biggest thing that we'll talk about here is the clip feature. So we'll read through this real quick. This comes by way of GameSpot. And the big new update for Nintendo Switch is out now. 4.0 adds a number of notable features and notable and welcome features, perhaps the biggest of which are video capture support and the ability to transfer data to a new system. It's a big update. Turns out there's more to this update than expected, as it introduces wireless headphone support to the Nintendo Switch. So let's say probably best example for this is if you have the PlayStation, where's my headset? The PlayStation Gold headset, and that comes with the little dongle. You put the dongle into the Switch, and you'll actually be able to use those headphones to play your games, which that's pretty cool. Because I think that was something that was lacking from the beginning, where my bedroom is right behind this green screen, but for instance, when I had roommates, when I was living in Queens at the time and I had roommates, I would always play with headphones. I'd want to sit back on the bed and relax and play games. Now I just play it on this chair, and I have my headphones tethered to the computer monitor, so it's a completely different story. But when I had roommates, that was an annoying thing. So I wanted to sit back on my bed, and I ended up buying wireless headphones, called it a day, and I was good. Kind of can't do that here, and I know a lot of people do that if they have their consoles in the living room too, and they don't want the TV blasting, and people are asleep or something like that. Then yeah, that's like the perfect situation. So I think that is pretty cool. A new Mario Kart 8 Deluxe update is out, adding support for new video capture features. So we'll read this, and then here's what I'm slowly finding out, but I think they mention it here. With the update applied, you can hold down the capture button, and this will record the previous 30 seconds, saving to your album. You can then edit your video and share it to Facebook and Twitter. Supported games include The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS, and Splatoon 2. That's it for now. This feature is not yet working for Mario Kart 8. A message on the Switch says this feature is not supported at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version 1.3.0, but current version is 1.2.1. So it sounds like the feature will be unlocked later in the racing game. Nintendo also says many more games will add support for video capture in the future. So it seems like they're going to have to, everyone that has a video game out on the Switch is going to have to patch it in. So this might take some time. and maybe some games that are already out might not have them. Who knows? No idea. I guess it's more on the developer's discretion, it seems like, which I guess was I didn't think about this, but maybe that is the case on the PS4, where it's at the developer's discretion to whether or not they want to have that feature unlocked. Like it was so weird because I didn't realize that was the case, that it's only available for these, what, 3 games? Breath of the Wild, ARMS, and Splatoon 2. 3 out of the 4, because technically Mario Kart 8 doesn't have it yet. Which I guess once it does get update, it will have it. Ugh. But anyway, it's just a waiting game. I thought that was pretty cool to just have the little clips. Like I used to do that a lot with when I was playing Final Fantasy 15 on the PS4. I never went back and beat that game. But yeah, I always like doing the clips and the screenshots, more on the screenshots, but I think always having the clips are pretty handy, and if they can extend it, which they do plan on doing in future updates, they have gone on record to say that, but you know, it's a work in progress. We got 30 seconds. I think that's probably, you know, a good enough file size that you can upload to Facebook or what Twitter, right? Isn't it Facebook and Twitter that you can share it to? Yeah, there you go. So, updates, yeah, fun times, fun times. What's going on in the chat though? Who's finding this the most exciting out of the things mentioned in this update? What's the most exciting feature for you guys? And that goes out to everybody also watching this over on YouTube, listening on SoundCloud. You can tweet at me at JoAfterWork or drop them in the comments down below. Joe, keep talking for Nate's. What's going on, dude? That's gonna be weird. It's gonna mess with me so bad. Been saying it wrong the entire time, Nate's. What's going on? By the way, Joe, I started streaming finally. However, after however long it took, yo, Venom, finally, right? Dude. How about that? Bam. Yo. Boom. I will be there. I got all the notifications set up like that. Hit you with that follow. Come on, man. Lucius says, so if I get a Bluetooth headset and have a Bluetooth receiver, I can now use it with the Switch. Yes. If it's the USB dongle, just pop it into your dock when your Switch is in dock mode. Right now, from what I understand, the way it would work for the Switch in handheld is if I don't know if this exists. I've never tried looking at it. If you have a USB-C to USB to attach that dongle to, but there are Bluetooth receivers that you can put that have the headphone jack, and I think that'll work just as well. I'm not sure if unless the headphones that you have are proprietary like hardware, you might be able to get away with just the headphone jack that has the Bluetooth receiver on it and connect it that way. Not 100% sure. I feel like that was a video that I had seen from Nintendo Life a while back that might have worked. If someone wants to look that up and correct me on that would be awesome, because I might do that if that's the case with at least my Sony headset. Because I can now if I wanted to, but taking it on the go is like my thing. Like if I don't have to have it, the cables dragging down, that's just one less thing I need to carry with me. No, yes, maybe one of those. If the receiver came with the headset, possibly. Those Joe, I finally started. Yo. My stream glitches again. Aw, dang. It is definitely not on my end. That thing is streaming clean. Transferring data is most exciting for me. It's pretty big for Nintendo. Which is weird, too, because the transferring of the profiles, if you have more than one on that Nintendo Switch, let's say you're sharing your Switch with, like, someone else, a sibling or significant other, that would be great in that sense, where you could just transfer the profile over, so that way their saves go onto that Switch, but you still can't transfer saves over to the micro SD card. I'm waiting for that, because I feel like that's important. I feel like that is really important to hit on, for sure. And I would have thought by now that would have happened, but hey, baby steps. I can't complain. This is a good step. This is a huge step. Oh man, it's too late now, but maybe you can make it up to me, yo. For Nate. Here you go, Joe. Oh, snap, taco bags. I'm actually really worried that Nintendo will stop having Pokemon games on the 3DS. I mean, as far as mainline Pokemon, this seems to be definitive that there won't be another 3DS Pokemon game. They're focusing on Switch now, so this seems like this sounds very much like it will be it. Okay, my Switch is docked 90% of the time anyway. Yeah, so then you're set, dude. You're set, Lucius. You good? You are good. Because I bought one specifically for Pokemon games. Hey, on the bright side, you can play all the DS games and the 3DS games. or if you really want to, you can you can return your 3DS and buy a Switch and wait for Pokemon, hopefully late next year or early 2019. But I would say hold on to your 3DS because there's a lot of good games on there. You're not gonna be disappointed, especially with all the Pokemon games there. You can technically play every single generation of Pokemon on your 3DS now. Digital downloads Pokemon Red and Blue, Gold and Silver recently, and then you have your remake of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. You can play the DS games Diamond Pearl, Black and White 2, X and Y, the 3DS, and then Pokemon Sun, and now Pokemon Sun and Moon. You're pretty set, dude. You are pretty set. I don't think you could be any I don't think you could be disappointed in not being able to play all 9 mainline Pokemon games. I think I caught them all. Let me know if I mean, you know what I mean. I think I said them all. Oh gosh. Anyway. Wah wah wah. Whoa. All right, moving on. Yes. So Joy-Cons also got an update. Whenever I get a Switch update, I always try to check to see if there's any updates to like the Joy-Cons or the Pro controller. So I updated all 82 of my Joy-Cons yesterday. That was a pain in the butt. Mainly because it takes so long to do one at a time. It's each individual Joy-Con. They don't pair it together because each one's a controller. So I went through 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, all 10 Joy-Cons. Oh, what the hell is wrong with me? Did I count that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 10. The neon red, the pink and green, the black, yellow, and blue. Oh my god. I had a problem. And I got the Mario Odyssey ones on pre-order. I won't get them till like the time Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon come out though. Problems, right? It's good. It's a fun thing. It's a fun thing. It's a fun thing. But yes, update your Joy-Cons. I don't think there's anything in particular. It's just a firmware update. Not sure if they mentioned what new functions. I think it's just really fixed bugs probably. Does is anyone's guess, but let us know if you notice any differences. Yeah, just probably for smoother gameplay. We're trying to get ready for, all the games, the ridiculous games coming out in November. It's like we got hit hard in October. Now we got hit hard these like last 3 months. It's been crazy, man. Fall came too early. Magio, what's up? But yes, moving on to the next. Lost Sphere makes a debut in Japan, but Switch makes modest debut in Japan. But Switch stays on top. So we got some. So those of you who don't know, Lost Sphere actually came out in Japan last week. I picked it up. I have it downloaded. That's like a personal goal of mine, is to beat a JRPG in Japanese. Like that's like a thing that I've always been curious about since I was a kid. Like you see all these games that don't make it to the US because of like whether it's their difficulty, their raunchiness, or whatever it is, or it just won't have a following. Granted, Lost Sphere is going to be coming out in the US in January. I wanted to do it. I was like, you know what? This game should be doable enough for me to be able to play through it. And if I do have any struggles, there's Google Translate. Maybe I'll use it. Maybe I'll just try to figure it out on my own. I don't know. But I feel like that's a game that I can probably try to like push my way through to actually finish all in Japanese. I don't know. I'm a weirdo like that. Judge me, fight me. But here we go. There's some sales stuff from Japanese media create charts. So these are all Japan sales. MPD was supposed to release yesterday, but apparently got delayed. So we'll see what happens here in the US. I hope Samus Returns makes it on the charts. I somehow doubt it, especially with what it's looking like here. I don't see a single thing of Metroid Samus Returns on this list, which is very upsetting to me. But let's read. Starting with software, we have Middle Earth: Shadow of War taking the top spot on PS4. Though its actual sales numbers weren't great, it was a slow week all around. The rest of the top 5 include some evergreen titles, though there may be some disappointment with the performance of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga: Bowser's Minions, and particularly Fire Emblem Warriors, which have both failed to add too much modest launch sales. You also got to think about when this is being launched in the heat of the fall season. I mean, we have Assassin's Creed also coming out shortly too. There's so many games people are saving up to buy their game for the fall and play the ever loving crap out of it. So it's sort of understandable that some of these titles that you would think might do well maybe earlier in the year, not so much in this late into the fall, which we're not even that late into the fall. It's just there's a lot of games coming out, and I feel like Fire Emblem does so much better in the springtime, or if they had gotten it out in September. I still don't understand why they dropped it this late, and a week before Mario Odyssey comes out. Like, they kind of did that to themselves, but I digress. Let's just finish reading this, which have both failed to do as much modest launch sales. Further down, we have Lost Sphere, a spiritual successor to I Am Setsuna. It did better on PS4, but still only managed 4 figures, while it took 9th place with 5,770 5,700 I can't read 5,770 sales on Switch. My goodness. Woo! Let me zoom in here a little bit more, but yeah, number 1, Shadow War on PS4. Splatoon 2 still selling strong, almost 20,000 units. Number 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe hanging in there at 13,000. Mario and Luigi Superstar and Bowser's Minions, which, I mean, 12,000. That's pretty damn impressive. Like, that's still crazy, and that's the number 4 spot. All right, that's 3 Nintendo games. 4 right now if you count Pokken Tournament DX for Nintendo Switch at 8,000, just over 8,000 units. Lost Sphere at number 6 for PS4. Those are the PS4 sales. And then again at number 9 for Nintendo Switch. Man, it's crazy. Fire Emblem Warriors is number 14. This also, now remember, this is the Japan list. These are Japan charts. So that number is, I mean, Fire Emblem Warriors came out a month ago. So 4,000 units sold this week, a total of 53,000. Jeez, not so hot numbers, man. Especially when you have Monster Hunter Double Cross runner underneath, not selling as much, but overall over 150,000 units. That's insane. That is insane. And Animal Crossing New Leaf Amiibo Plus is still on this, still selling with and at a total of 250,000. Wow. My goodness. But in terms of hardware, you still got Switch selling like hotcakes right now. 40,000. Oh my god. Jeez. And Switch also ramping up to production to 2 million a month, which that's damn. I mean, they'll sell them. That's for sure. I'm starting to see them more and more in stores. I don't know about you guys, but I have actually been seeing them in GameStops. Not at Best Buys, but I've seen them at 2 of the GameStops that I frequent. One near my job and one actually nearby my house. Yeah, it's good to see them. It's actually good to see them out in the wild. Other than at Nintendo New York, I almost don't count that because it's almost guaranteed that they'll get them there. And they've been selling SNES classics like hotcakes. Also, they'll be doing another, for those of you living in New York City area. They start up again selling Super NES classics 11 a.m. on Sunday, this Sunday. That's October 22nd. So if you're looking to still get one, you can head over there. I would recommend probably getting there an hour and a half to 2 hours early beforehand. Get your wristband, and then, you know, you don't have to wait online once you have your wristband. You're going to get one. So go to a Starbucks, get a coffee or something. There you go. There's your cheap plug, Starworks. Yeah, let's jump back into the chat. I had to choose between the two. I went with Fire Emblem for now, planning on getting Super Mario Odyssey when I have more money, Lucius says. Dude, I hear you there. And I don't know. I don't know if you saw me play the Japanese version. I'm like halfway through that game on the Japanese version. I want to try to beat the game this weekend. This version of the game, like full on stream, hopefully, because I do not want this bleeding into Mario Odyssey. So that's the plan. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with that, if I'm gonna be able to stick to that, but we've got a long weekend of streaming, so I got time. I'm going and hammer hard on this one. Mason 5779, welcome to the stream, bro. Guys, can we get some love for Mason? Any relation to Mason of Delfino? Tell him I said what up, and he'll be like, who the hell is JoAfterWork? Just be like, some guy on the internet talks about Nintendo stuff. I'll be like, oh, cool. He's cool people. He's not gonna say that at all, but yeah. I remember hearing that Nintendo made like 50% of their overall sales in 2015. Dude, that's whew. Oh man. Hey, I miss you. Yo, look at that love from Mason. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh dang. All right, moving on. Like I said, it's gonna be a short show. We're almost done here. But Nintendo Switch got Doom release date announced, and oh my god, November. November. You were just talking about how like we got hit in October. November, dude. Like, so Doom got its release date announced, and Bethesda is gonna throw it a couple weeks before Skyrim comes out. So November 10th is when we're expected to see Doom and all the DLC released from the other platforms, which is awesome. Then LA Noire comes out November 14th, which has all the DLC and some special Switch stuff. And then Skyrim comes out November 17th. Same day as Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, this madness needs to stop. This is, like, insane. I'm gonna have to draw the line. That is it. Everybody buy LA Noire so we get GTA 5. Yo, that seems to be, like, it just has to happen. It has to happen. Like, there's no way that Rockstar isn't thinking when they remastered LA Noire that why would they not throw GTA 5 on there? It's Nintendo is encouraging more mature rated games, which is awesome. Don't know how many will actually see them, and we just I mean, what? Doom, Skyrim, and LA Noire. I would imagine 2 of those 3 are at least mature rated. We earlier in June we saw some Senran Kagura stuff that is rather interesting happening. We're getting some grown up games here, which is pretty cool. Like I mentioned before with Doom, I'm on the fence, but at the same time I know I'm gonna buy it cautiously. Just because, like, from what I've seen from the gameplay, like it still didn't show me. So to back up a little bit, Knights of the Azure 2, Bride of the New Moon, I picked that up on release day for Japan back in August, played it, and in handheld mode it chugs a little bit when there's multiple characters on screen, and Dragon Ball Xenoverse did the same thing. Again, I don't know if there's any updates to Dragon Ball Xenoverse, but I've updated Knights of Azure 2 recently, went back, tried to play it, and it still chugs, does the same chugging that it did during launch. So I'm a little fearful of that bleeding over into the localized version for the US this coming Tuesday. I'm gonna pick it up because I do want to know what the story is, because the gameplay is actually really interesting. other than it just being hack and slash, again, it's another Koei Tecmo game. It's different from that of the Dynasty Warriors and your Fire Emblem Warriors. It's got like I don't want to say the Majora's Mask effect, but it's got a countdown time. So you only have a certain amount of nights to complete main story missions, but then you build up all these story missions in progress. You have your relationships with the different characters that you have to keep everyone, happy, or some other people end up getting jealous because you're spending more time with another person. Take away all the scantily clad costumes, take away all the suggestive bustiness of the characters. The game is actually good, but when I play it on handheld, which is my dominant way of playing those games, or any game on the Switch for that matter, I I can't handle that it dips down to a point where it's just like, oh man, like I'm really chugging and then I'm trying to do inputs for combos. Like it's a fast action paced game and I'm getting frame drops and I'm like, dude, so I'm missing combos because of the frame drop, and then I'm just like, my brain's about to explode. So I hope when Doom comes out that Bethesda has worked it out to where, Doom running at a locked in 30 frames per second actually stays locked in at a 30 frames per second. That's where my caution comes from, because granted, and Koei Tecmo, they worked on Fire Emblem Warriors, and that game seems to run really well on the Switch, and that game has even more characters than Knights of Azure, and Knights of Azure 2 has the problems that I would have expected Fire Emblem Warriors to have. So I really, really hope that Doom works out. I would expect the wonkiness in Skyrim, just because it's Skyrim. It's a huge open world game, but when it's fast action and it relies on Twitch responses, that's going to be key in Doom, and hopefully they can keep that locked in. So that's my rant. That's my soapbox. I'm going to get off of it and catch up with you guys. Suggestive bust. I didn't know any other way to word that. But if you've seen my Nintendo Spotlight on Knights of the Azure 2, you know exactly what I'm talking about. ID Tech engines are much better optimized than the ones Bethesda uses for Fallout and Elder Scrolls. So yes, there's that. When I had saw the gameplay videos that were being recorded, I'll pinpointing game spots in particular, they had enemies on screen for about like 2-3 seconds, and then it would do the crossfade to another area. And I was like, why are they doing that? I want to see how the game runs when there's multiple enemies, because if there's anything that Doom does is it gets crazy. There's a lot of enemies that they throw at you on the screen. I want to see if they're reducing the amount of enemies on screen to keep it locked in at that 30 frames per second, or if the game is or if the game is actually successful in keeping it, sorry, I already said that, or if the game chugs when there's all those enemies on screen, but it would show like 1 or 2 enemies being killed and then they'd crossfade to the next enemy. It's like, oh, but Doom is madness. I want to see the madness. I don't want to see you walking around. Now it just sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm trying to come from a good place with it. But we'll do a Nintendo Spotlight here for sure on that game. Doom is coming to Switch. You're damn right. Grown-up games, not my Minecraft machine, yo. We need the new Gauntlet on Switch, yo. Gauntlet, man. Throwing it back, dude. Twin World. Man, Joe, your beard seems to grow in fast. This is as much as it gets. This is it. My peach fuzz going on here. Can't imagine a downgrade. I'm worried. And it's like, I hope I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be wrong and the game is gonna run fine. But seeing those gameplay videos didn't help me. They didn't. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm just gonna have to pick it up and find out for myself when it comes out. But we'll play it here as a Nintendo Spotlight for sure, and then if you guys want to pick it up after I play it or not, at least there's that video to reference. I'm playing Evil Within. There's still level design that looks like junk. Oh man, don't tell me that. I was watching Seek play it, Seek and Destroy. Check out the homie Seek and Destroy, twitch.tv/Seek and Destroy. That's my boy right there. He's been doing full playthrough of that game. Um, Game looks pretty though. The characters, and this is gory as all hell. It is gory as all hell. I'll say that much. I'm trying to like not pay attention to the story because I want to play the game. I loved the first one, so I'm dipping in and out. I'm like, oh, it blasted that person in the face, and the face exploded, and the blood popped out, and it's crazy. But yeah, I want to play it. Oh my goodness. All right, we got what, 1 2 3 more left, and then we're done with the show. How did I stretch this to an hour? How? I guess I did somehow. So some quick stuff. Nintendo Switch doesn't have games. They got games right now. Not right now, but soon. Telltale's Batman Season 1 Nintendo Switch release date announced, and that is November 17th. Oh my God. Sorry, November 14th in North America, November 17th, Europe and Australia. So my question to you guys is, would you want to see like a nightly series of that game or a weekly series of that game? We do an episode like once a week or something like that of this game. Because I did play the first episode when it came out of the first season. That was what, last year? I think it was last year with like the mobile. This was the first one that had like the mobile suggestions where like everybody could pick their answers. I thought that was pretty cool, but I heard the story was really good. So I only know like episode 1, season 1. I didn't play anything after that, but yeah, I thought that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you guys want me to do a full playthrough, maybe we could do something fun and make it like a season thing. Like we'll do like once a week on a Monday or something. We'll play an episode of the game, and then we'll keep doing that until, you know, lead up to Christmas or something. I don't know. Oh man. But yes, we'll jump into this, but I want to jump into the chat real quick because I'm seeing some stuff here. If you wanted to check out my Twitch, you'll be bored to tears because I haven't streamed in ever. Oh man. I want an updated Spawn game. Also, Batman would be fun. I want to see Superman game made by Rocksteady. What is there to do with Superman? I mean, I don't know. I'm terrible with DC characters. The last Superman game I remember was Superman 64, which made absolute zero sense. What was that game? You're flying around, you're going through the rings. Look it up if you guys have a chance. That game is the most incomplete hot garbage I've ever seen. Oh man. No, yeah, I know they made the Arkham series, but could they pull off the same thing with that? Find out next time. They're actually working on something. What the hell are they working on? I don't think they've announced anything, but people have been rumoring around what they have been working on. But anyway, enough of that madness, that foolishness, that stuff for other consoles. We're here to talk about Nintendo. We got one more bit of newsy news, and then we'll go to Nintendo real quick and suggested article for you guys to read. So, ARMS updated version 3.2, and we got a teaser a few days ago of this, and I'll just read down a couple of features, that way you guys know. But I'm more curious than these updates is, and this goes not just to the Twitch fam, but everyone watching this on YouTube, anyone on SoundCloud, iTunes listening to this, who out there is still playing ARMS? I would love to know. Seriously, that's not a facetious statement. I would love to know who's still playing ARMS, and why, and who your favorite character is. But going back to this update 3.2, you got add new badge feature, add new recent plays feature. During replay playback, ZR will no longer switch between targets. The X button is instead used. Okay. A lot of playback changes and some bug fixes. Fixed issue where battle rules are set to one punch KO under certain conditions. Fighters would become unable to move. That was a thing. That sounds terrifyingly awesome. Adjusted abilities of certain fighters and arms as follows. So a lot of balancing and some new stuff. All right, there you go. There's your ARMS update. And just real quick on the My Nintendo, I mentioned this on eShop Drop, but which is its own show over on youtube.com/JoAfterWork. So if you want to know the games coming out for the week prior to them coming out, Mondays are when those episodes will air, and we'll go through the entire list. And then if there's any games that get added after the fact, I do an update on Wednesdays. So there you go. And it's pretty easy to find. I'll show you guys how in a minute here. But yeah, Animal Crossing, Mario, and Link Halloween 3DS themes. You can use your gold coins over at my.nintendo.com to redeem them. And just to show you guys real quick where you can find the eShop Drop, since I'm taking that out of this show and making it its own thing. I'm going to go here, and boom. Oh, look at it. Who's that guy right there? But yeah, let's zoom in real quick. If we can. Boom. So, let's zoom out just a little bit. You go to youtube.com/JoAfterWork. You scroll down. You see what games I'm currently playing that's been uploading over to YouTube. And eShop Drop is right underneath. And you can follow up on all that Nintendo Show episodes, Nintendo Spotlight episodes. All our Twitch live streams are up here. They get exported after the streams are done. Any full playthroughs of games that we've done here on YouTube will get its own episodic series here. So I break them all out, we edit it, we cut the fat out, unboxings and all other random stuff that I do on channel under More After Work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you guys don't know, that's the YouTube channel right there. It's like over 1,000 videos worth of content. And before we go and end that Nintendo show for this week, just a quick article I suggest everyone checking out for those of you into Pokemon. I'm going to drop the link in the chat, and I'll also link all this stuff that we talk about over on youtube.com/JoAfterWork when the videos get uploaded. Nintendo Life had an exclusive talking to one of the peeps over at Game Freak, and it was a fun read. I think you guys would be interested in checking it out if Pokemon is up your alley. But Iwao-san is who they were interviewing. Alex Only. Sorry. My bad, Alex. But there you go. Check it out. I believe that might be the video as well to it. So if you don't want to read the article, you can check out the video. I read the article. It was really nice. It was really cool, in depth. Not too in depth, but they do talk about, Pokemon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and what's next. So there you go. There's some homework for you guys for next week. Pokemon. Oh my goodness. Yo, Magia, what's going on? All right, guys, we're going to end the show here. I'm going to catch up with you guys in the chat afterwards, but thank you so much for tuning in. This has been That Nintendo Show for October 20th, 2017. I've been your host, Joe, After Work. Remember, you can find us every Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time over on twitch.tv/JoAfterWork. Videos get uploaded over to youtube.com/JoAfterWork the next day, with iTunes and SoundCloud audio being included as well to that. We are 486 followers strong on Twitch, which is amazing. We're almost at the 500 goal where I will dress up as Gerudo. I got that costume being made. Should be with me in a couple of weeks. We got shirts over at tchip.com/stores/JoAfterWork. That's a long title, but if you just type in tchip.com/JoAfterWorkRetro, you should be able to find this shirt that I'm wearing, and then there's another shirt as well. That's more of a joke, but not really. It's about the demonetization issue over on my YouTube channel, which is hysterical. Trying to work on a hoodie. I gotta figure out a way to create a new logo for the channel in order to fit it on there. So bear with me. I want a hoodie just as much as you guys do. I have that jank hoodie from when I had tested out hoodies at another website, but I'm really liking T-Chip. I like the shirt. I wish the red on this was a little more red and not so orange as it is on me, and I got to shorten the logo, so I might change this up. Revision numero dos for you guys. That'll be coming out within the probably the next week, a couple days or so. I'll be able to fix that up. And I think that covers about everything. You can follow me over on Twitter, stay up to date on when I go live and my random rants. I've been more active on Twitter these last couple of weeks, and I think that's thanks to Nintendo Guru and Nintendo Talk, for getting my loud mouth another area to project. Because God knows I need more of that. Speaking of Nintendo Guru and Nintendo Talk, I'm on show Planet Nintendo. It's a weekly podcast over on youtube.com/Nintendo Talks channel. He's a cool kid, cool cat. Show him some love over there. Show Guru some love as well. They're both over 1K subs. They do similar content, but they also give their own spins on it. So not all our thoughts are exactly the same. It's always good to get different opinions instead of just listening to just one person that talks about a particular subject. So it's always good to get those other ideologies and figure out for yourself what you think is best. I don't know. Rambling on, but yeah, Planet Nintendo. He breaks it up into 4 parts: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, based on topics. They're not Nintendo news based topics. They're more they're about Nintendo, but just random stuff. So like this past week, we were talking about oh gosh, sorry, I'm thinking of last night's episode that we recorded for next week. But next week is gonna be a Mario based episode, so it's gonna be all different subjects between 2D, 3D Mario. What was your favorite characters that you want to see and all that stuff. So it was a really fun time, and it's a fun project to be a part of. So I'm forever thankful for them. So make sure to check that out over on Nintendo Talks channel. And that's gonna cover it for tonight. Stay tuned for those of you on the live stream. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna set up for Fire Emblem Warriors, and we're gonna play the crap out of this game this weekend, guys. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. With that, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care. Love y'all.